try to make.
Well, g'day folks, it's Humpday with Sean again. How you going? From the Down Under Cruises. First in the stream was, well, there's a guy that needs a little bit of correcting here. Rob on Cruising on the High Seas, Rob, has said g'day to everybody, but then he's gone and insulted us by saying my count is wrong. It's not 163 days till cruise day, it's 570 days and 1 hour till cruise day. Rob, let me correct you. This is my show and we have a cruise coming up in 163 days. It's not my fault you did not come and book on it. So let's just stick with the fact that it is 163 days to go. Next, we've got Michael Ann, who came onto the chat. Welcome aboard, Michael Ann. Nice to have you here. Also, young Mr. Kenny. Kenny, you didn't answer my question. I asked you a question. You're typing on your phone, and my question to you was, are you multitasking again? Also, we've got, let me see. Kenny did respond by saying he did get some sleep, which is a good thing. And we've got Bonnie here. G'day, Bonnie. How you going? Nice to have you on board. Kenny, thank you very much for sharing out the stream on Facebook and YouTube. And Philip, g'day, buddy. How are you? Happy start. Yes, happy 4th. May the 4th be with you. Folks, I come up today with some mixed emotions. Today is an awesome day. We've got another well, only 163 days to go and 147 days before we get to Melbourne Airport. But I come up with a little bit of negative stuff on board, and that is to say that one of our family members, one of our partner channels, Us and More, unfortunately suffered a loss this week. In fact, it was a loss today, our time, and we want to send out our condolences. Dwight unfortunately lost his mother, and they also lost their 5-year-old service dog. So 2 big hits in one day. So we send out our best wishes, and we hope that they are strong enough to continue, and we wish them only good things and good memories. Okay, we've got some new people coming in on board. Yes, Kenny's multitasking as usual. Typical. G'day, Bariotic. How are you, Angie? Nice to have you here. We've got Bonnie saying, g'day, Sean. Got her second booster jab yesterday. Woohoo! Left arm hurts. But you know what? That's temporary. Your left arm will be okay within a day or two. So I understand fully where you're at. Been there, done that. We've got Angie saying that she's watching and listening. Awesome. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Philip, his is 111 days to go. Mate, isn't it exciting on our side of the fence to now get cruising happening so quickly? And yes, it's exciting. It's really exciting. Yes, Bonnie, so sad for Dwight and Heather. Yes, really it is. Okay, so we've got Angie sending her condolences as well. Well, if it isn't young Ian, how are you, buddy? Nice to have you on board. Good evening, everybody. Good evening to you. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. When have you sorted out your cruises shortly? You're cruising. Is it on the Med? I thought you were going to be cruising somewhere on the Med or something like that. Angie going good. Kenny sending out his condolences. Yes. You get your shots in your tushy, do you? Is your tushy better than your arm? Angie saying it's getting warm here in Germany. Smiles all the way to heaven. Yes, agreed. Ian saying thank you. Yes, on the Med in October. That's good, and we've got a number of Aussies going cruising, and isn't it exciting that we can actually cruise? We will be able to cruise from good old Oz. The three ports that will be accepting cruise ships in the near future will be Brisbane, Sydney, and Melbourne. Ian asking Angie, what part of Germany is she from? I think she's from. No, I'm not going to say. I think somewhere near Stuttgart, Heidelberg. I beg your pardon. She's from Heidelberg. That's right, because she lived in Heidelberg in Melbourne. So, yep, Heidelberg it is. Yeah, it's not a drink I'd like to be drinking right now, Heidelberg. I'll stick to my Jimbogs. Mm. Yes, Angie, I just mentioned Brizzy, good old Brizzy. Brisbane has a brand new port, and the overseas terminal that was just recently built was built just before just 2 weeks before the pandemic struck. It has never actually been open to accept shipping. So now it's going to have its first set of cruise ships going there, which is going to be absolutely awesome. Yes, Heidelberg is the university town, and Angie so misses Brisbane. I wonder why. I mean, it's only got nice weather, mid 30s all year round. I really wonder why. Bonnie is saying Brisbane has that beautiful new terminal. Saw Pippa Madden walking through that terminal. That's correct. It does. And yes, she has been showing off that terminal because I think she actually is taking a cruise out of there fairly shortly. She's got a group cruise coming up with a Royal Caribbean, I believe. Um, um, Ian has been to Heidelberg many moons ago, so that's exciting. Um, okay, Angie, Queensland, the best state in Aussie land? No, no, it's not. Trust me, it's not. I can tell you 100% the state of Victoria is the best state. Nobody wants to go to. Yeah, okay. Ian is saying he's currently 20 kilometres south of Coolangatta, visiting his father at the moment. 20 kilos first south of Coolangatta. So Coolangatta is on the New South Wales side of the border. So you must be somewhere like. No, I'm not going to hazard a guess. Yeah, Yeah. So the way that it is, Coolangatta is the New South Wales. No, so I beg your pardon. Tweed Heads is the New South Wales side of the border, and Coolangatta is the Queensland side of the border. It's called the Twin Cities. That's where it is. And Angie is saying she lived in the Sunshine Coast, close to Mooloolaba. Oh, Mooloolabar's got a bit of history there. Close to the Gold Coast, yeah, Coolangatta. Oh, I used to go and hang out over there. Yeah, the Gold Coast is a bit on the shall we say? I don't know. I look at the Gold Coast and say that it is a bit of the a bit expensive, shall we say? A lot of money gets spent down there, as it says, it is the Gold Coast. G'day, Arthur. Welcome aboard. South Australia and Victoria are the best states, not Queensland. Mate, thank you for your backup. You are quite right. Ian, yes, about 6 kilometres south of Kingscliff in a town called Baganga. Yeah, Surface Palestine, they call it. I mean, Paradise. Yep. Surface Paradise. So folks, as I said, 100 and 63 days. 100 and what is it? 100 and I keep forgetting what my countdown is. I've got to keep on checking in on it. Yeah, 163 days to the Carnival Horizon. So looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, now Angie's saying Kingscliff. Oh my days, awesome place. And we've got Boomer. G'day, Boomer. How are you? Sean Boomer here. Can't find my chew toy. Oh, Lance is still sleeping. Yeah, well, get the damn bugger to wake up and give you a chew toy. G'day, Paul. How you going, mate? Nice to have you on board. Angie saying Byron Bay is awesome. All the coast is awesome. Actually, the whole coast of Australia is unbelievable. I would agree with you there. Paul is saying g'day to Boomer, which is about right. And people saying g'day to each other. So there we go. Awesome. We've got a whole bucket load of nice new people on board, and it's so nice to have you all on board. Yes. So the whole coast, the whole eastern coast of Australia is actually quite exquisite. Bidet Nick, how you going, buddy? Nice to have you on board. You still working or are you traveling? Boomer, yes. I agree with you. G'day, Paul. That's what rough really means. Ian is saying that he's not really fond of Byron Bay, and I can't say I'll blame you, mate. Because Byron Bay and that's too commercial. Byron Bay and the Gold Coast are both very, very commercial areas. So, yeah. Okay, so this has gone real quick. Let me go. Nick is saying that today will be his 21st day in a row of working. His check next week will be the biggest one he's ever gotten from his employer. Let me say this, Nick. Just make sure that a bucket load of it doesn't go into taxation. The tax department would like a nice slice of the money you're making. Arthur, yes, the coastline of Oz is simply amazing. It is. It is absolutely gorgeous. And especially when you come down to the Great Ocean Road as well in Victoria. That's also pretty good. Oh, my days. The Ocean Road in Victoria is insanely beautiful. Yes, it is. It is insanely beautiful. Well. We've got, well, if it isn't Crystal, welcome aboard, Crystal. Nice to have you up at this ungodly hour of about 6:15 on the East Coast. So, yes, nice to have you on board. And everybody is having a great day because I am. Nick is saying that people there are heartbroken that his last day will be Saturday, May the 14th. He wanted to come back, but he's pretty sure that his boss back home is bringing him back to his home post office. Oh, that's not fun. You want to be traveling and having fun and learning all about other places. Okay, Angie, sadly what? You got sadly there. So I want to know, sadly what? Again, a couple of people are saying good day to each other. We've got Stream Elements here saying, welcome to Humpday with the Down Under Cruises. Please support the channel so that we can support Helping Hands for Cruising. Okay. Again, a couple of people saying good day to each other. Okay, just going very quickly. Thank you very much, Crystal, for getting people to do that. It is greatly appreciated. Hang on, I've got to do something here, Crystal. I've got to do that. Okay, Crystal, you might very well come up with a Blue Ranch fairly shortly, so that's awesome. Okay, so Angie, we're not going to stop talking about Australia. This is an Australian channel. Either come here or don't. But I suggest you come here because it's fun, as you know. Nick, sounds like your federal government is no different to ours. Federal government takes a good chunk of it right away to try and cut back on any possibility of owning anything next year on taxes. Yeah, I know. We have the same thing. Angie is saying, sadly, Gold Coast and Byron Bay are highly commercialized. That's what I meant. Thank you for that. Thanks for that clarification. And yeah, you're right. It is. Okay, so Nick is leaving on an Amtrak on Saturday, May the 14th, heading to Montana, California, Missouri, and Chicago. Mate, have you had enough of that? Yes, Michael, and may the 4th be with you as well. You are quite right. Okay, Angie is saying, if only Germany and Australia can meet halfway and become Mallorca, she would be there every weekend. She missed so much Aussie land. Well, yeah, we agree. Okay, so the temp here overnight, we had a cold day today. It was 16 degrees. Currently, we're sitting on 12 C. So we're heading into winter. It is quite cool. And we're going to have a couple of days that are cool anyway. Yes, Michael Ann, may the 4th be with you too. All right. And Boomer's also saying, may the 4th be with everyone. Now, listen, if we keep talking about the 4th, then Solex is going to come in, and then we've got to keep on talking about the space stuff. So I don't know. You agree with me? You're sitting in Aussie land. Yeah, well, we're in the best country in the world, actually. Australia is God's own. And so I'm really excited to be living here. I've been here for 43 years, and I don't intend to go anywhere other than to go and visit. We're headed out to the States in 147 days. So, yes. Okay, so Bonnie lives on the Gold Coast of Florida. It's close to 90 degrees already. Goodness me, that's 30. That's huge. That's quite a lot of hot air there. So, okay. Let me see. Crystal is saying it's still damp and cold here. No more rain, thank God. Well, you know what the good news is. The more rain you get, the more you can drink. As in the H2O stuff. Sorry, I'm drinking my Jim Beam on my Jimbogues. Okay, now this I better get this out of the way, because this cruise I keep on talking about, that's in 163 days. Well, there's still room on board for you guys to come on board. So let me just give you a slight touch of where we're going to go and what we're going to do. So here we go. Yes, I know. I know. I know the applause is really great. It's going to be an awesome cruise. We are so looking forward to it. It's been an extremely long 4 years, and so we are so looking forward to going on to that cruise. And folks, come on board, just join us. Come on, more of you the better. Now Nick is saying that he loves to travel on trains, meeting the different people, going different places, just really opens your perspective on life. It's what he needs right now to unplug from everything. And yeah, I would not disagree with that.
Boomer, you are not my father. My father lives down the road. My name is not Luke.
Arthur is saying, yes, it's a great country. So glad we live in Australia. Mate, you know what? I come from a country that has had so many issues in it, and here we are. We're living in what I call the best country in the world. We lead. I just wish that Australians won't find out about it because you never know. Stranger things could happen. Angie is saying she still calls Australia home. Yes, the commercial, and they're still playing that commercial because it's got a bucket load of traction. It is the most. We are really living in a country that, well, you see, all countries have an issue. In the US, your issue is you vote somebody in and then you don't like them. So in our issue, we have to vote, so we vote somebody in and we still don't like them. So there we go, two democracies, and we work both in different ways. Isn't that exciting? Angie is still an Australian passport holder. Oh, that's awesome. Are you a dual passport holder? In other words, do you have the German one as well, or just the Aussie? Okay. So yes, so couple of people have got some cruises coming up. We know that ours is coming up fairly shortly. We've been doing a segment during the last couple of weeks, and we're going to continue with that segment. It's meet the people that you're going to be cruising with, and we've had a number of people come on board. We've had Michael Ann, we've had Crystal, we've had Amy, we've had Sharon and Glenn. We've had from the UK. We've had Crystal, Michael, and Amy. There was a fourth one. V and her. Well, we didn't quite have hubby Steve, but close. So we've had a number of great people coming up. This coming week, we've got Alison and Gordon Larson from Let's Go Travel Tips. We do a segment once a month with them called "What's Going On Your Side of the Pond." So we'll be doing that this Saturday, or for those across the pond this Friday. And then next week we've got another couple of people that we're bringing up on board, who we're going to find out more about. So who are we going to find out about? You'll just have to wait until next week. Yes, I did it. I know I did it. Trying to get you guys to come in and watch every week. So, but yeah, no. You guys have got to come in there. Angie is saying that she is still an Australian passport holder, so that's awesome. And no, she doesn't have dual citizenship, only Aussie. So you're an Aussie. By the way, Angie, there is an election coming up on the 21st of May, 21st of this month. So make sure you vote. Anyway, work is calling. Have fun, Sean. Thank you. Be blessed. Bye for now. Bye all. Thank you for stopping by there, Angie. We shall catch you fairly shortly. Ian, yes, it is quiet around here. Burjo's not in there, and I'll tell you why. Burjo is busy trying to learn how to get his microwave to talk to his Hills hoist. I think it had a fallout with the pot plant. Yes, and the other thing is Burjo is also checking out his flights for his next cruise, because I think he's going out to Hawaii fairly shortly and bringing in a cruise ship. one of the Royal Caribbean ones. He says he's a royal fanatic. Saying see you to Angie and yes, a giggle. You fully understand what I'm saying here, aren't you, Ian? Knowing young Burjo, really really funny. Anyway, moving right along. So some people have been trying to say to me, what sort of activities are we going to be doing on our group cruise? So because they're not here, I'm not going to tell them. Bill from MGM. G'day, Bill. How you going? I hope you and Lucy are doing well. Nice to see you. I know we're a bit early. You're about to get set out for work, so hopefully you have a safe day today, but enjoy as much of the show as you possibly can. We're going to be having a blast. Ian, you think that it's not until September, October? Yeah, you're right. He goes out kind of roughly around about the same time as we do. Or he's starting his cruise roughly about sometime around there at any rate. So, yeah. So, we've been hearing about a number of group cruises that are being planned for the Helping Hands for cruising. So, first group cruise that we've got coming up is the inaugural one. And the inaugural one will be the group cruise that we've got happening on the 15th of October. That's where Kenny will be the inaugural recipient. Then we've got another group cruise on the 23rd of March, I believe, or is it the 15th of March, 2023. That's being hosted by Fantastic Studios. They'll be doing a cruise, and we're hoping that we can get a recipient on that cruise as well. And there's a number of people that are going on that cruise, which is awesome. And then we've got another one in September, around September, October. I think it's September, out of the UK doing the Mediterranean. And we have a recipient there, but we just have to finalize a couple of things. Hopefully it's all going to be going on quite well. So that'll be awesome. So Crystal is saying that she has to run Liv to school. Liv, have a great day at school today. But we're still on in the truck. As long as we're listening and not looking, I'm happy with that. Yes, Michael Ann said they had a blast last week. I'm glad you did. I had a blast too, in more ways than one. Yeah, folks, some of the things that were for open slather was, yes, well, yes. Let me change the subject. Stream Elements is saying we would like to thank all of you who donated to Helping Hands for Cruising. Please continue to give so that we can have more recipients joining us on our next cruise. And that's precisely what we want to do, get more people on our next cruises. And then we're also looking at a group cruise happening out of Australia roundabout. It's either going to be December of 2024 or New Year's Eve of 2024-25. What we're hoping to do is get a itinerary that goes out of Sydney for around Christmas time and back into Sydney just before we do we have New Year's Eve and the fireworks off Sydney Harbour. It's one of the most fantastic things that you'd want to do and you'd want to experience. So we're busy trying to get the right itinerary for that particular cruise. Paul saying good day to Bill, so that's awesome. And yes, Michael Ann, I am still speechless. Some of the things I saw, just you wait until I get into my budgie smugglers. You'll find that you'll be speechless as well. And yes, so one of the activities is the budgie smugglers and the see-through bikini, the see-through bikini contest, of which I'm still deciding. I'm still trying to figure out who was the one that was the most revealing. I mean, well, I can't say revealing unless it's in the wrong way. Kenny is still listening and watching in the background the whole time. Yeah, I know, because you're multitasking. Who else's chat are you on? Is it your own? Okay. So, having said that, let me put on a video, because this particular video I'm going to be putting on is one of the reasons for us. Well, it's not one of the reasons. Well, it is. It's one of the reasons why young Kenny is actually going to be joining us on the group cruise. So here we go.
Have you ever dreamt about taking a cruise on one of them fancy boats, soaking up the beauty and the magic just to free your soul? It's floating on the ocean, just a notion that seems out of reach. One thing on your bucket list is just to go and see the beach. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, Helping Hands for cruising, Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
You know you gotta do the things you've only dreamed about. Don't let anything stop you thinking you can't go all out. You can do the things you never thought were possible with Helping Hands to help you get there. Even oceans are no obstacle. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, Helping Hands for cruising, Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
So if you ever dreamed about taking a cruise in one of them big old boats, soaking up that sun, feel that breeze, yeah, there is still hope. Don't let the ocean be an ocean that is out of reach. Let's get together, help each other, and go see the sea. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You've got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, Helping Hands for cruising, Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality. Helping Hands for cruising, Helping Hands for cruising, Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
And yes, we want to thank FatMat Adventures for putting that together. It was absolutely awesome. And it's one of the greatest pieces of music that we've got, because that particular piece of music really tells the Helping Hand story about what we want to achieve. So, folks, if you do have the opportunity, just check out FatMat Adventures. And we want to thank him so much for giving us that awesome piece of music. Okay, so now let's have a look. So I'm still speechless. Kenny still. Stream Elements is saying support the channel by purchasing our merchandise. The Down Under Cruises. Yes, we've got two channels. We're two stores, I beg your pardon. One is the downundercruises.myshopify.com, and the other one is the Zazzle one at the Down Under Cruise store. Those are the awesome channels, awesome shops, because you can get things like our mug, our keyring. No, you can't get one of them, but you can get T-shirts and so forth. So it's it actually helps the channel, and we can get more people on board that will bring in more people on board the cruise ships. So that's awesome. Now, Arthur is saying no ships are allowed in or near Sydney Harbour for New Year's Eve. No, the ship is not sitting in the harbour for New Year's Eve. We will be off the cruise and be able to get people onto the high points so that they can actually have a look. And in actual fact, small boating does actually sit in the harbour. If you actually have had the experience, they are cordoned off an area away, but they do actually get an opportunity to sit on the harbour. Some of the ferries actually do it as well. So that's awesome. And you get a brilliant view because the whole sky is lit up with fireworks, and it's absolutely amazing. Okay, so what else is in the world of cruising? Well, we've just heard recently the new protocols for shipping, and I was actually looking on the Department of Health website as to what the COVID requirements are. And nobody is allowed to cruise without fronting up with they've got to be fully vaxxed. And fully vaxxed by us is having two initial boosts. If you do go ahead and have a booster, that's acceptable, but it is not the be all and end all. You can get on with just having the two ordinary boosts. 2 ordinary shots. So that's exciting. Also, new info is that if you're doing a back-to-back and it is within the Australian waters, you do not have to get off the cruise ship, and also you do not need to be tested. But if you are doing an international cruise, so that cruise goes, say, Melbourne to New Zealand and back again, and then you're doing another one that's going Melbourne to Sydney or Melbourne to the South Pacific or whatever the case might be, you do need to get off and you do need to be tested. Some of the cruise lines like Princess will actually provide you with the tests to be done. By the way, if you're doing any testing here, the good news is you can front up with a rat test, and the rat tests you can purchase from the local supermarkets or chemists, and you can use those tests. So those are acceptable. So that's some of the current protocols that we've got going now. Crystal is saying that they had an amazing cruise ship come through their area last night. The cruise ship they had, for those that hadn't seen Destinations Delights video, is the new Viking river cruise ship. It's doing the Great Lakes and heading down to, it's just doing the Great Lakes from Niagara down through to I believe it's going down to Seattle or maybe even further. I'm not sure, but that is the ship that they've been using. It's the new Viking ship. It's 3 decks, I believe, and it's a bit bigger than their standard river cruise boats. Philip is not seeing any info on what the ship capacity rules will be. No, nobody's actually got any info, but I think that the cruise ships are going to be running at about 75% as a startup. Could be even less, not sure, but that's the hope, I believe. Mark Allen is thanking Crystal for that video. So that was an awesome video, and for those that have seen. She had a bit of a technical issue for some reason. She was trying to stream it live, and for some reason, as the ship came past, she had a technical issue. Sorry, technical issue. You got to get your language correct. So that's the news on that front. So ships that are coming in fairly shortly. We've got the P&O Pacific Explorer. We have got the Princess, the Coral Princess, and also the Grand Princess coming down here. I believe we believe that we'll be getting Ovation of the Seas, I believe. And there are a couple of other cruise ships coming in, but we're not exactly sure which one of the Carnivals are coming in. I believe that we might be getting the Splendor again, but we don't know what the second Carnival ship is. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens there. Markalan is saying that she thinks it was because she was too close to an international border. Don't know. We have there is a camera that sits right above it's coming off Taronga Zoo, and it's got the most beautiful aspect of Circular Quay, which is where the overseas passenger terminal is in Sydney for the larger cruise ships, because they can't get underneath the harbour bridge, so they stop in there. And when Pacific Explorer was coming in and was just about to dock, the time on the camera, it's got a limited amount of time. You can watch for a minute, but then you can reset it and then come back in. And I tried to reset it, and it wouldn't let me reset. Seems like a bucket load of media personalities went on and took over the camera, so nobody could actually get a look in. So that was rather disappointing. But then there were a lot of other YouTubers on the side there taking video and vlogging live with the Pacific Explorer coming in, so that was exciting. And the Pacific Explorer is an old princess ship. It was the original Princess Dawn, or Dawn Princess, I should say. And so from a ship point of view, it's not that the Pacific Explorer is the be-all and end-all ship. It actually was the thing that was opening up the way for Australian shipping or cruising to now begin cruising. And so it was rather momentous, having a ship come on in that was going to change the life of the average Australian, because in Australia the cruising industry employs somewhere around about 18,000 people. So it's a fairly large slice of the economy, and it's around about $18 billion it contributes to the economy. So it's a huge industry. So yes, it's about time we got our shipping back. I want my ships back. In fact, I want to get on the ship. Well, you got 163 days. In fact, 163 days until that cruise, and then we've got it's the 12th of the 3rd, so 312 days to the Fantastic Studios cruise, and then it'll also be 327 days to our cruise on the Grand Princess with my parents. So that's one cruise I'm not going to give it up. Arthur, just referencing to cruise ships, had a friend who booked a New Year's Eve cruise thinking they were able to watch the New Year's Eve fireworks, only to learn they wouldn't even be near Australia. Yep. Well, the idea was that we wanted people to be in Sydney for the fireworks, so it'll probably be, hopefully it's going to be a Christmas cruise back into Sydney for the fireworks. And if that doesn't work, we will then have a cruise after New Year's Eve, because we will have everybody in to watch the fireworks and then jump on the cruise in the next day or two, which is what generally does transpire. So we'll see how we go. Again, we've got to find the right itinerary that will suit our requirements. Okay, so shipping is back. We're about to have some fun here in Oz. At this point, we know that the COVID requirements are going to be taken on as if they were the same as having been done in the US, with things like the CDC have been suggesting. So our government departments are suggesting that we handle the same sort of protocols. The health department here is agreeing with those protocols. So basically, ships going out of Australia are doing the right things, I think. And so we will have an awesome time. I believe the Coral Princess has cancelled a cruise. Not sure why, but we will find out fairly shortly. David Ornelas, g'day, Egghead. David? It is Sir Egghead. RCL ships, Arthur's telling me, is Ovation and Quantum of the Seas. So that's cool. That'll be nice to have them in. Yes, yes, Dave. I know you do. You keep forgetting, folks. In case you don't know, this is my young man, David, and nice to have you on board, Boyke. I hope you've had an awesome day and you're headed in for an awesome evening. Thank you, Dave. We will. You're popping in and out. I know you've got a lot of things to do, but just keep watching in the background. So, Helping Hands for Cruising is going to be going on our group cruise, the Fantastic Studios, the one in the UK. So, and of course, we'll be having a recipient come on the Australian one, hopefully when we've got it all set up. And so we are looking for recipients. Now, for anybody who's interested, if you think there is somebody who is worthy of actually becoming a recipient, such as Kenny, all we ask you to do is send in a video of why you're nominating that person. The Helping Hands for Cruising board will have a look at it. We will then vet it. Excuse me. And then that person will be, or may not be, depending. That person most likely will be brought onto the ship, and then they can have a good opportunity to cruise, have a cruise of their life, which is really exciting. Crystal is saying she's home safe. Thank God for that. Man, these next 6 weeks can't go past fast enough. Yeah, I'd agree. For me, it's a bit more than just 6 weeks. But anyway, it is what it is. We are in for some good times. Lots of fun, lots of merriment, lots of interesting activities. Activities. And like I said, there is the see-through. The see-through bikini competition, and see what happens. Arthur saying, good plan. That's what generally happens. Yup. Very good plans. Well, we'll see. We're still trying to figure out the right itinerary. It'll be awesome. And hopefully we will get people from the other side of the pond to come and experience an Aussie Christmas and an Aussie New Year. Funnily enough, Aussies, we strip come Christmas, New Year, go over the other side of the pond, you put on clothes. So, yeah, it's exciting. Oh, well, so there we go. Folks, if anybody in the chat is a creator, could you hashtag create, a supporter, hashtag support? If you're a hashtag whatever, and we'd be lucky enough, happy enough to put it out there. If you are a if you are a supporter or a viewer and you've not seen the channel, and you'd like to have a look, folks, go ahead, give them a check out. Once you check them out, please hit that subscribe button and listen to a couple of minutes of their show, and really support, and they will be grateful, and people will be grateful. So there we go. Arthur is saying, hopefully we hear soon the cruise protocols for South Australian cruising. Man, you want to hurry up. You and WA, get your fingers out. Michael Ann, hashtag creator, hashtag supporter, thank you. Crystal's see-through bikini, you already had 4 ladies in the show who set the bar, you mean. Yes, but that was just the taste test. We want the actual competition on board ship. Nick is saying he's cooking his waffle at the hotel. Have a great day. Nick, you have an awesome time and enjoy your waffle, my friend. Crystal is a hashtag creator, hashtag supporter. Cheryl, g'day. How you going? Nice to have you on board. Nice to see you here. Hey, Cheryl, are you on a cruise ship right now, or are you going on a cruise ship fairly shortly? Just wondering. Just wondering. Yes. Meg, better late than never. Thank you for popping in. Yes, I know it's early for you. You've been on all sorts of hours and all that sort of stuff, but nice to have you on board. We're asking people for a hashtag create or hashtag supporter or hashtag whatever. And again, a couple saying good day to each other. That's right. Cheryl's going on a Hawaiian cruise June the 4th. Is that the Pride of America cruise line? Is it or is it not? Anyway, if it is, great. But nice to have you on board. Well. Woo! How are you, Ronnie? Nice to have you here, buddy. Very nice to have you here. How was Miss Elma's 21st birthday? Was it great? So Cheryl is saying, yes, it is the NCL's Pride of America. Awesome. That'll be so. What does that do? Does that just go mainland to Hawaii, or does it just do around Hawaii? Interested to know. Meg is doing the Amy trick. Hashtag supporter. Hashtag part-time creator. That's what Amy used to say, and she can't say that anymore because she is a creator. Oh, thank you for that, Ronnie. Tell her we say enjoy the day, and it's still birthday. Well, actually, everybody has a happy unbirthday, so I wish you all a happy unbirthday. If we've all been watching Disney. Meg's going the woo, and g'day, Sea Leg Journeys. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. It's nice to see you guys, and yes, few new faces coming in and within the last 10 to 15 minutes to go. So that's great. Okay, so Cheryl is saying they fly to Hawaii and cruise around all the islands. No sea days, port day each day. Some overnights. Wow. So how long is the cruise then? Arthur is a hashtag creator, hashtag supporter of the egghead. You've been talking to my son for too long. How long till cruise day? It is 163 days to cruise day. So, yep. That's how long. Welcome back. Oh, so you're just back for Meg, right? Not for me, for Meg. Okay, that's fine, Angie. That's all right. That's okay. Cheryl is saying that the cruise is... Okay, g'day, Angie, first of all. Cheryl is saying that the cruise is 7 days. That's awesome. So that's going to be a great relax, I reckon. Okay. Haha, for you too, Sean. Thank you very much. Now I know what the German spelling is. That's awesome. Yeah, okay, these guys miss each other, and you know why? Because they speak German to each other. So I'm going to see, we're going to have a bit of German in the chat there. Philip, did anyone see Emma from Emma's Cruises have her head shaved for charity last night? No. That's that would have been an interesting one. But you know what the good news is? Hair grows back. Hey, how short was it? Was it my style or was it bum fluff? Angie will be soon in Denmark, so that'll be a nice trip. And Philip is saying that she's donating her hair for cancer patients. That's right. She was going to turn her hair in, give it to people so that they could turn it into wigs. I believe that's what it is. Well, if it isn't that other see-through bikini person, how you going? Sean style. That's interesting. A nice, good buffer, huh? Buff hair. There's a couple of people saying g'day, and Meg is saying yes, she did, Philip. It was fun. Okay. V is saying B-Day, Sean. Yeah, B-Day to you too, V. Hope you're having an awesome day today. So, some of the activities. Well, we are going to be doing the cabin crawl. We are going to be doing the see-through bikini competition, the budgie smuggler competition, and the shoey competition. I believe that's pretty much it, I think. No, well, there will be a couple of other ones, plus excursions and all that sort of stuff. Angie is saying that she saw Meg's pita bread. Yeah, I saw your pita bread thing too. It did look yum. I didn't taste it. What is a see-through bikini competition? Well, folks, if you remember last week's show, last Saturday's show, you would have seen 4 young ladies dressed in see-through bikinis after they had the Kenny countdown. I'm surprised Kenny actually made it through the countdown, because Kenny can't get past 7. But he made the countdown, and they bore all in their see-through bikinis. Had me speechless. I'm still speechless. Anyway, it was great to see-through bikinis and all. Well, yes. What can I say? You know, people do funny things on cruises. You never know. Well, Michael Ann is still having a giggle about it. I know that Crystal is going to be having a giggle about it. I know that V is still giggling about it. But then again, you know, it's all fun. Now, V was expecting to see-through budgie smugglers. Well, you never know what will happen on the cruise. And by the way, what goes on the cruise stays on the cruise. Yes, well, what can I say? Fun is fun. And, yeah, well, you know, it's what we expect. We expect to have some fun. Oh yeah. Crystal agrees. Oh, yeah. Well, she's still trying to recover from the activity. There will be a couple of us who will be doing the chefs, I beg your pardon, the steak restaurant on the first night, the steakhouse restaurant on the first night, and then a couple of us who will also be doing the chef's table on the third night. So that's going to be awesome. Now, Arthur is saying just shaved. I think she's on a cruise at the moment. So, that's going to be cool. We've got Meg saying that for the record she's giggling. Well, Meg missed out. She could have been on. But okay, that's her problem. Michael Ann is still laughing. Stays on the cruise with all of us YouTubers. That's correct. And V is saying with YouTubers, you never know. Well, it depends on the YouTuber. Anyway, folks, we've come to the top of the hour. I'd like to thank you all for coming up on board. Again, our next show will be on, for those across the pond, will be Friday evening at 10 p.m. Eastern, which will be midday Saturday afternoon here. And we will be having Alison and Gordon on board from Let's Go Travel Tips. awesome couple, and we will be talking about what's going on your side of the pond. Next Wednesday, I'll be back here at 8 p.m. Melbourne time, 8 p.m. Eastern Melbourne time, which is Sparrow Fart for those of you across the other side of the pond. So, folks, we wish you an awesome week, an awesome day, and Troy, you're just in time to say g'day, but good night. So, thank you everybody for popping in. Nice to have had you here today. Catch us on the replay for those that are just coming in, and we ask you take care and have a safe day and safe week. Talk to you soon. Bye now. Enjoy.